Can you believe we are on session 4, week 4, and this is our mini lecture 1 for that session, for our session, excuse me. And so today we're going to talk about and look specifically at vocabulary strategies. If you're like me, I'm like, show me the money. What can I do? What can I use with my students tomorrow in class? And so I have a few posters or anchor charts, whatever you like to call them, for your perusal. And I love the one on the left-hand side. I think it's a great way to start the school year in good readers. And what do your good readers do? Talking, discussing it with students, and at some point, make an anchor chart that looks something maybe not as beautiful. My anchor charts never looked as good as some of the ones I saw on Pinterest, but make an anchor chart with some of those important things or key elements that you know you want your students to work on. And you can have a vocabulary one, you could have comprehension, or I like to do my literacy, my reading all together because we know that all of those components are important for our students to be independent, successful readers. One of the things, if you look at right here with Get Your Mouth Ready and this particular, I love this strategy. I was just at Forest Hill Elementary and talking to the students, and I heard one of the teachers say something similar to this. And I always tell my students, when you get your mouth ready for that first sound, many times you're going to be able to decode, figure out, know what that word is by looking at the other bits and parts of it, or if you slide through it. But when you get your mouth ready for the first sound, it sets you up for success. So that's something I tell my kindergarten students, first grade students, and second graders, and even some of my older students with whom I've worked. And the chart over here, the look, cover, write, check. I used to use this chart with my fifth graders for spelling, but for your vocabulary words, and if you're using a program such as Words Their Way and the words that you're using are your word wall words for spelling, it's a great strategy that you look at the word and have them really look, engage in that looking because it's so important. They cover the word up and then they say the word and you can follow through that chart. They write it and they check it. It's a great strategy. I used to use it on Mondays with the spelling words. So this concludes our mini lecture 1 video. Just a couple things to keep in mind as you're working through the strategies and developing some great anchor charts for your classroom. Happy learning!